I want to go through some of the question and answer section and answer you it's speaking because it helps a lot instead of also doing the reading. You can read them, but I think it's good to also have me talking to you about this. I consider myself a multidisciplinary photographer basically because I can work in both aspects, studio photography, and also I can do outdoor photography. I was once asked by a customer why, well, you need to specialize, he said, but my answer to him was why the principles of photographers are exactly the same either if you work in studio or either if you go outdoors, because the basic of photography is light. So you have to use the light to your favor. So basically that's why a lot of people say you're drawing with light. I wanted to explain this because I do both. I train myself in studio photography, but those principles from a studio can be transferable to outdoor photography, and the principles are exactly the same. You work with light, you work with composition, rule of thirds, depth of field, reciprocity, so it's exactly the same. So I do both, and that is a privilege. So whatever you choose to do, I'm here to help. I think this is the main difference between me and many other photographers. A lot of people decide that they don't like studio photography. Many photographers decide to be outdoor, light, natural lighting, because they like the lifestyle type of photography, and that is okay. It's okay, it's their option. And some other photographers truly enjoy the pleasure of having the control of every little aspect that you get to control when you're working as a studio photographer. Because in the studio, you are basically God. Outdoors, you have to deal with the environment. This doesn't make you a better photographer or a less professional photographer if you work outdoors. This is why I say the principle is exactly the same. You both work with light, and that is what matters in the end. If you know how to master photography, you know how to master light. So basically that's what makes the difference for me, is that I work with both. When it comes to the photo session, you can either choose outdoor photography if you want that free organic style, or if you want more control and beautiful results from the studio. I can take the studio to your home and we can do it in your home. When it comes to newborn, it's always indoors in your house so that you can have that cozy environment, the same smells for the baby. So that's where the location is, either location or home studio. For sessions, I suggest to be taken the first 2 weeks of life. They change very quickly. Even a month later, that little baby is already opening their eyes. They get waking up more easily. So if you want that cuddly photograph of the newborn, just cuddle as if it was in womb, I would suggest the first 2 weeks. What should you wear? You should wear anything that feels comfortable. I try to ask customers not to wear patterns, logo types. I know a lot of kids like to have their photograph with their favorite t-shirt, but leave that to the end if that's what they want. You can be color pattern, use muted colors, grays, beige. Try to avoid bright whites because they reflect on the skin and they work as a reflector. Also bright colors like reds, greenish, fuchsias, they all reflect on the skin. So you have to be very careful on the color that you're gonna choose. You can be color coded in the same pattern, but you could also use opposites, so blue with pinks and things like that, or green with magentas, or blue with yellows. So those are the opposites. So whatever you feel comfortable with, really. For newborns photo sessions, I suggest very limited clothing, onesies. They could be half the body uncovered and just like a wrap. I use a lot of fabric when it comes to the babies and very simple coloring. Okay, so we want to focus on the baby. Maybe knitted clothing, that would be good as well. And for maternity photo sessions, anything that enhance your shape of maternity. So anything that you can hold and we can see your shape that you're pregnant. A lot of women like to use their old jeans just to show how they don't fit. Fabrics that you can wrap around. I had women use lingerie, women who just use fabric, who like to play with different type of fabrics. So I do it very simple as well. I like to focus on the experience of you connecting with your baby, not so much the outfit or the makeup, but you in that moment connecting with your baby. Okay, so once the photo session is done, give me around 2 weeks so that I can retouch, enhance all your images, and I will select the best from the photo session. I will put them on an online gallery for you to view. You can share this link with anyone you want, family and friends, and they can also purchase print products from that gallery. When it comes, you will get when the time comes, you will get a print product that is going to be an album that I will design myself. I haven't mentioned this, but I'm also a graphic designer. So I will design the album for you, and I will give you all the images in the gallery. I promise around 30 to 50 images, all in black and white and colored. So you will get all the images. As I mentioned before, I'm also a graphic designer, so I'll be designing the album for you with the best images. So it's basically like a piece of art that you will be able to hold on to and cherish for years to come. Either if it's a family photo session or a newborn photo session, trust me, you're gonna love this album. Most people are not printing their photograph, and I want to give you this piece of work that you can hold in your hands and not leave it just on Google, Picasa, or Instagram. So I like to offer you this product that I'm sure that you're gonna love it. Okay, I like to book the photo sessions 2 weeks prior the photo session. If you are having a baby, I like to do the maternity photo session on 32 weeks. And if it's a newborn, I like to do it in the first couple of weeks after they are born. When it comes to kids and babies, there is no time limit. Any time is a good time. I try to do it once a year. At least once a year is a good time to do a photo session. You don't need to wait until close to December. Just pick a season that you like, and just let's do it during that time. But remember, if you want to do indoor photographies in a home studio, there is no time limit. You can book any time that you like. I'm just offering 1 hour photo sessions. I like to give you the experience of having a photo session taken for an hour. Sometimes with the small children, it goes from 30 to 45 minutes because they get easily tired from the session. But with newborn photo sessions, it could exceed the time and go more than an hour. So it all depends on how the photo session goes. It's not like it's an hour, I have to go and I have to get out. It's not like that. I like to see how things, the dynamic, especially with the small children, they take a little bit of trust to gain their trust and to see where it's gonna be headed. So my pricing is quite simple. It's $1,000 and it includes photo session, product, and digital files. And it's 50% for a booking fee, and it has to be paid prior the photo session, and the other 50% prior delivering of the album and the digital files. So it's quite simple and straightforward, and I've been working on this a long time, so to make it easier for everyone and so that everyone is happy. So I hope you like. I don't give the digital file by itself, and the reason I explain it to you in written, but I'm gonna try to explain it right now. So the digital file will be the equivalent of having the film in the past, and photographers, they that's the most valuable product that they have, the actual film. So it will be like giving you the film, and with the film you could do anything really. You could print or reproduce as many times, you can scan them, and now you can publish them on social media. You can do so many things with the digital file. So I don't give the digital file because it is my most valuable product, and I just don't give that by itself. I give it with an album because the album allows you to live the experience again, to go through the photographs, to scan them visually, to hold them in your hands, to appreciate a quality print. So this is what I do. So I don't give the digital file by itself. I like to give it with an album that you can cherish. So I hope you like this, and it is a package that I've been working a very long time to achieve. And I know a lot of you think of the digital file as something that has no value because it is intangible, but it is. It is the most valuable thing that a photographer can give you. Yes, I do have terms and conditions, and there is a contract that we will have to sign before the photo session. I'm open for discussions if you want to discuss any of the terms and conditions, but I do ask you this, and I say this genuinely. All photographers, we work under contracts, and we have terms and conditions according to what we want. So if you disagree or if you're mistrusting of anyone, there are so many people, many talented photographers out there. Just look for somebody that suits you. But many photographers try to protect themselves and their work through the terms and conditions. So they haven't gotten to these terms and conditions by themselves. You have to see it as this is not a target to you only. It's just we work with a lot of people, so we need to protect you, the baby, especially if you work with kids, you, the baby, everyone, us as a photographer, our art, because this was a product of our creativity. So if you disagree, if you find there is something that doesn't match your personality, and I'm telling you this as a good person, go look for somebody else that fits your needs. These are mine, and I work hard to get these ones, and I hope that it suits you. But if it doesn't give you trust, I'm sure you will find somebody that you can work with. I wanted to add that when it comes to terms and conditions, it takes many years to perfect them, so that this is our way of running our business, and it doesn't come up overnight. This come up through many experiences, thousands of photo sessions. So to ask a photographer to change a particular term and condition just for your particular photo session is very hard for us to change it, as we have been perfecting it throughout the years. I want you to keep that in mind and find somebody who fits your needs and your wants. So let me know if you have any questions about my terms and conditions. I've been trying to make it as suitable for the two of us because this is a two-way run. But I like people to respect my work and to love that I take the time. I really take the time to do the best photo session possible. But I do like to be respected and my work appreciated. So let me know what you think, and I'll be happy to answer. So the best way to book a photo session, there is a booking form on my website, but you can also write to me an email to mggphotographer@gmail.com, but you can also call me and just let me know what you want. So I'm here for you. I'm happy that you're interested, and if you listened up to this point, then you're interested. Call me.